Alright. Welcome back to the Ultra Spacepad, where I think my little dupes. Yeah, I'm out of. Oh no, I have power. I don't need to put that on emergency. Right, okay, yeah. When you start up the game, when you load in the colony, the resources aren't counted. So this was at 0, so I had a critical power thing, so I quickly put on yellow alert. So, plans for today. Well, what are my goals for today that I'm gonna make a bit more of an effort than usual to take a swing at? Good question. Let me think. Are we not connecting Twitch? Twitch. On YouTube. Okay, I'm on Twitch, and it is apparently unstable, which is not going to work for me at all. Give me a second here. Hopefully fix some things. I don't know. I'll leave Twitch a minute to figure it out. Okay, so Jesus, all this chlorine. And we have why are you so stressed out? Why are you so upset? What's going on here? Low morale, chilly surroundings. Grinding gears. You've no gear oil. Okay. Let's go make. Someone go make a backlog of that. Okay, they're in a fine position. They're gonna be fine. Gear bomb should sort them out. Your body temp is marginally too low, and your body temp is way too low. Yeah. need to ventilate all of this. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to send it. I think I'm just going to plonk it all here for the moment. That should be about the amount of space I need. Now, if it's oxygen, it can carry on south. Right? Oh man, how to organize this? That'll do. And if it's carbon dioxide, I want it to join that pipe. So do I want to do the separation here? If I separate off chlorine and carbon, okay, let's do it this way. Because I want natural gas. I want chlorine and natural gas in there. Okay. Okay, that'll work. And I can go to there. And then we'll do another split for carbon here. And then, I don't know, we'll shove the O2 into the bedroom, everything else makes sense to me. Wouldn't it make sense then to move that just a little further up then? So we build fewer pipes. Great plan, except That's all unreachable now. Where was I going with this now? Oh, I see. Yeah. That's a silly. Don't need you. Don't need you. You are so far ahead of the game, buddy. We're making another nickel again. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. And then we need a vent. And then I think we're cooking. Except these don't have power. Fuck. Okay. And we're still going on pedal power. Because I'm basically out of peat. I have 1 ton of peat. Which is also known as nowhere near enough peat. We did make all those wires out of iron, right? Yeah, we did. Okay. It looks like their stress is going down now because I think they've had gear bomb. Right. It's technically going up because they're a bit chilly. Okay. There we go. Now the frost resistance, now chilly is a non-issue. Okay. Also, now that we've got water properly set up, we can set up showers and toilets. Just as soon as I figure out in this spaghetti junction where the fuck all my pipes are going. Okay, so all that water's being pumped into this guy. Are any of these pipes still in use? I'm gonna wait for the proper shift to start and then we'll go dig that out. How are we doing for food? We're doing okay for food. Okay, now that that's set. That's unreachable? How? Oh, I see. We need actual blast shot at some point here. What's the temperature of this shit you're sending down? Oh, it's like 70 degrees? Well, I mean, the base was chilly. It's not gonna be chilly in a minute. Okay, so you're going to be sending, I believe, carbon, right? Some extra food wouldn't hurt. Might even help. You know what? We're having barbecue. I've tried moving them, they keep coming back. They fart way too much. You guys are set for barbecue? You are set for barbecue. How do we not have enough for barbecue? Where'd the other guy go? You're about to lose your mind. Yeah, there we go. That's an inconvenient location, but someone should get to you before you die, I hope. Please, somebody. There's the battery. And Chip, for some reason, is not going to resuscitate you. But other people are clearly going to try. Not going to finish the job though. Oh, they did. Come on, guys. These are all ingredients. They should all be going in there. So let's take this guy, and we're going to copy the settings onto this guy, but we're going to make him 9. And all of you guys are starving because... out of dirt. Okay. Oh, hey guys. I appreciate the raid. That's a whole bunch of people. 190 people. Hey, thank you, Echoridge Gamers. Well, welcome to the chat, guys. I'm in the process of doing terrible things to people who can't control themselves, so strap in. By which I mean I'm playing very badly. I don't mean I'm trying to kill them. Thank you, Mr. Rado5. Yes, this sounds like a very normal O&I. I need to send food over to my other colony before they drop dead. And maybe we just send them some tender brisket, and that'll keep them going for a while. I appreciate the support, Echoridge Gaming. Very much. Alright, well, I said about 4 active... So the stream says 4 active chatters equals voting. So, I have a random event mod for this game. So if people want to vote... Oh yeah, you figured it out. Gold Rain. Well, if you know what it is, you know what it is. And it's a simple majority vote. I am able to vote. I don't get any kind of default vote. Like, I don't get to overrule anything. My vote, if I vote in the chat, it's the same weight as anyone else. I'm unlikely to vote. Oh, God. Fuck. The max setting, I think you can end up with stuff like nuclear reactors right beside your original printer. It's pretty ludicrous. I don't have it at max setting. Because I'm... Oh, there goes another one. Yep, I was not on top of that starvation at all. Oh, come on, guys. Food just arrived. I think someone made the food. Oh no, you decided to poop rather than eat. What are your calories at? You should make it. Yeah, you're fine. Okay, 2 of them made it. Well, that was a disaster. On the upside, that food's gonna last a lot longer. So, Golden Rain, you're all about to find out. Yeah, I try not to do that. I have done that once this run just because the death was just so frustrating. Here we go. Where did it appear? So, another word for a gold rain is a golden shower. So basically a bunch of pee has appeared somewhere. I don't know where it appeared though. Huh. That's weird. Gold rain usually spawns like a huge quantity of polluted water. Maybe? Oh! Yeah, no, I did. Huh! That's not what happened the last time this happened. Maybe it's like a probability thing. That's helpful. Last time this happened, like my entire barracks was just like bloop, full of polluted water, which was profoundly unhelpful. I'm also in the process of changing my plumbing over, my toilets over to actual toilets. We're gonna go from... Jesus. Did we not get this thing fixed? We did, we just haven't powered it. Tell me you're not stuck there. Okay, no, you're not stuck there. Excellent. I try not to pause the game when I'm streaming, though. I do tend to knock it down to 1 to like normal speed or slow speed. Okay, so this pipe needs to be kept intact. This pipe... Oh, it's a saltwater pipe. Do I need this pipe? I don't think I need this pipe anymore. Okay, so we're gonna repurpose this pipe. That's not gonna work. Okay, we're gonna go to here, and we're gonna bridge it here. Because I need to get my clean water. No, my oxygen situation is kind of abysmal. Yeah. Did I mention I'm playing extremely poorly? I feel I've covered that. We're going to do this here. We're going to deconstruct that. And then these guys are going to be my new water inputs. Lavatory is what I'm looking for. Okay. And then we're going to have outputs here. And bring it down here to my polluted water bank reservoir thing. Chip here is almost out of oxygen. Okay. The events I think are set on like a 4-minute interval. I'm not entirely certain. But Chip should be fine. There we go, Chip's back up and running. Okay, good. I just need a tiny bit of power here. So, the main reason oxygen is not available is I was very focused on dealing with Demolier, the asteroid impact that was going to happen. So I got, and that has to impact by like cycle 200, so I got that dealt with. But I was kind of laser focused on that, so basic survivability really took a back seat to getting that dealt with. So now, basic amenities, toilets, food is something I'm working on. And I've only really just started to pay attention to that, as evidenced by the many, many dead dupes. I mean, in fairness, for me, this is an incredibly low body count. I quite often have 10 or 20 dead dupes by now. I think I have, as of the mass starvation over here, I think I'm down to 8 deaths. Now, the problem over here is that we're out of dirt. Because these guys are living off mush fries. Yeah, like, you might think you're making a joke, but I often have like multiple shelves of memorials of like 10 or 20 long. So what I think I want, I think this place has plenty of mud. So I think we can convert our mud. Yeah, we got 52 tons of mud. So we can convert the mud into dirt using the sludge press and a bunch of power. And you're going to give me water as well? Yeah, you are. Okay. I'm also normally... I don't usually play on spaced out bases, so this is like a much smaller tile set than I'm used to, so I'm feeling really cramped. Where you're gonna go... I don't want you in that pipe. I want you in this pipe. There's no way to get you there easily. So we're just gonna have to go up and across, and we'll connect you there. And that will do for that. And now you need power. Nothing is on this line. You will connect there. And that should resolve the lack of dirt / food over there. How are you doing for food? Oh no, we're still sending you food. Yeah, we need to stop sending you food. No! Bad. Shit. Hey yo fellas, there's a new vote happening. Sending gold amalgam. What do we got? Spawn exotic element for 1, 2 is add stress, and 3 is banshee whale. Go with whatever you feel like going. I'm not gonna be mad either way. Obviously I would be happier with helpful things, but I mean, click what you guys want to click. Oh, Redneck's in here as well. Hey, Redneck. For anyone who doesn't know, Redneck is a long-time watcher. And who is well familiar with how badly I played this game. Given that we just sent a bunch of food away, let's bring the food in here. Are you gonna die? No, you should be fine. Insulite has appeared. The fuck is Insulite? I don't think I've ever seen Insulite. No. Reduces heat transfer. I mean, obviously it's Insulite. It's composed of recrystallized abyssalite. Okay, so it can be used in a ton of different ways, and I have... What's that? 5, so it should be about 2 ton. Yeah. We're gonna go with some guy that plays. It's definitely not intentional chaos. Oh, nice. I'm sure I will have a need for that at some point. Alright, it looks like these fellows got everything built, so let's convert mud to dirt and water. I'm going to set that as a high priority because this colony is out of dirt again, and they need dirt for food because they're just that kind of people. I think I might need somebody else over here. Okay, made a mess. Why? Why, guy? There's toilets right there. And you guys are stressed. What are you stressed about, Steve? Probably low morale, yeah? Popped eardrums and mourning and... Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah. 50% recycled. So you're going to melt down. Fortunately, he's just a crier. Yeah, so that's... probably the best stress eater, the best stress issue you can have. And this guy's the opposite. He's at... You're only at 15%. Okay, so as soon as we get the morning fixed... Do we have granite over here? We do. We're all living in the same world, Mr. Rat05. Okay. I think it's time for a rec room over here. Oh god, I'm out of power banks again. Power generation has been a real bear here as well. Yeah, 2K insulate. Because I did not get on top of peat production until kinda recently. And even in the say on top of, I'm not on top of it, I'm just getting in front of it now. You are absolutely not starving, Liam. You are just 2 steps away from getting food. You're so dramatic. Okay. Let's just get this started. I need this chlorine out of here. What was I doing here? Right, so chlorine and natural gas. Are going to be siphoned off into this butch up here, and then hopefully a bunch of oxygen, should we find any, gets pumped down elsewhere. Where am I putting the hydrogen? Where am I putting the hydrogen? Okay, hydrogen also needs a filter. Okay. I can put this guy here, so now we split that pipe and we split that pipe. And we're good. And now this gas pipe connects to there. Okay, and we don't need to change anything else. We're just gonna put all our hydrogen, chlorine, and everything else into these, and then I'll figure shit out later. Because right now my primary goal is just clearing this out and putting potentially useful gases here, breathable gases here, and carbon into a separate pump system. That is the approximate game plan. Do I have a good, cool water source for a spawn? Good? 26 degrees. So, I don't know how you want to call that. But, certainly water. For anyone who has the game on background, there is a new vote available, should you be interested. Stress vomiting. Who's stress vomiting? Okay, you are. Oh, one surprise. Interesting. I could probably set up the spawn. The issue for me is just figuring out space. I mean, I obviously need it. Why are you all the way down here? I think Chip's gonna die. Chip's dead. Chip's dead. Nothing I can do about Chip. Chip is fucking dead. Guys, don't even bother. Just don't even bother. Can you get out of here? Chip's dead. You're just wasting time. No. You're just wasting time. There we go. Chip's dead. I don't know what the fuck Chip was doing in there. Slime was placed in every bedroom. Okay. That's actually kind of helpful, because there's no slime in either of these biomes that I've seen. And I am all out of algae. How have I connected this pipe? Well, I've connected it up to here. Okay. Okay. This one's going to be hydrogen. And you are probably super stressed because of morning, I'm guessing. Yeah. Oh, you mother... If I turn it off for bionics, will you still go through that door? What's your oxygen tank like? go, and they should be fine. We should be able to get them powered back up. There's a battery, a power bank delivered, and now someone just needs to reboot them. How are we doing over here? I feel like people are about to starve because no one is working on this. Knowing is half the battle, to be precise. But I mean, that may be a French-English thing, because G.I. Joe was always knowing is half the battle. But I don't know how they, I don't know, maybe battle and fight translate similarly into French. Building, decorating, and digging. Yeah, you're fine. Over here, you're way overstressed, yeah. Okay. Okay, let's do that. And then, because we need dirt... Huh! Okay, well, I guess that's an option. We could just not reboot the bionic dupe. That is a choice. That saves me worrying about power banks for a while. Okay. Let's get this done, and we can start pumping this gas. And we can maybe, well, it may not solve the oxygen situation, but solve the too much chlorine situation. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. If I had started doing that 10 cycles ago, yes. But at this point, I mean, the infrastructure is built. So at this point, no. And also, there's natural gas and there's hydrogen around here, so I don't want to vent either of those. Like it's not a bad idea. It's just at this point it's not effective. All right, guys, new vote. Yeah, the other thing is, like, I actually do have a bunch of oxygen. It's just, the other thing is it's all been compressed upwards by the chlorine, right? So getting the... Yeah, I mean, building piping all the way up to the surface would be a way to do it, but I'm just... I don't know. I might end up... Oh, for God's sake. Why are we starving? Because we're just not eating the sweet corn, because I'm guessing no one is stocking that again. Right. Sweat corn for everybody. You can bottle up any gas, yes. What prompts the question? I'm going to switch all this to 9 just to make sure everybody goes and eats. Steam has appeared. Okay. I don't see any steam, but sure. Right, but I mean... So... Creating a pipe going into a gas bottler would require a lot more dupe involved. Like, I'd have to build all of this that I've built anyway, and instead of this, instead of a reservoir, I would have to build a canister filler, which means that this will hold like 1,000 kilos of gas, whereas this is like every 200 kilos, a dupe would have to run up to it and empty it. So... yeah. Like, this space usage... I know I complained about space, but I mean more in general. This area usage doesn't bother me at all. And it's just way less intensive labor-wise. So, the... bottling it would solve the same problem, but would require much more dupe labor. Yeah, I wouldn't say it takes up less. I guess I wouldn't need the filters with the bottler, but I mean, to me that's just like such an incidental part of the situation. I feel the labor-intensive nature of the bottler would be a major cost. It would absolutely not be worth my while to do, I feel. Okay. Everybody ate. A bunch of people are still starving. of starving because we have an asshole. Yeah, no, I get that the infinite, you can drop as many canisters as you like in one spot. No, I get that. I understand, but yeah, I don't care about. It's not the linear space in one direction that I have an issue with. Like setting up a spawn requires kind of like a cave, like a miniature cave, and that's the space I don't have. Granted, this thing that I'm now drawing a circle around is bigger than I need currently. What is going on here? Algae. Fuck. So I mean, I could build it here, right? If I took a minute. But yeah, it's just kind of recently all gone to shit. And the 8 tanks I put down is probably overkill. How are you guys doing? Are any of you just binging, or... Cry face. He's got cry face? Wow. I had not seen that status before. Okay, now we have food. Alright. This is the other reason I want to get toilet switched over, so I can just have flush toilets. Okay, we are almost finished here, I believe, with our get rid of the chlorine plan. I didn't get any notification that I had someone binge eating. Okay. I think for right now, this has to happen. And the cook may need to eat. And there was food sitting right there a second ago. So... Oh, thanks for the follows, guys. I really appreciate it. They're antsy. What have I got connected into this that I do not need connect? Very little. Do I have any peat? Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. Well, you guys kind of pushed me there. I just gained 8 followers just from you guys raiding in, so that's kind of awesome. Probably gonna get at least one more starvation here. Unless this is food. Okay, we might get away with this. Provided the ones who are starving get to the food. Gourmet meal preparation. What is that one? Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, I have most of what I'm going to call Tier 5 mostly researched. Everything except the radiation. That was still helpful, especially because I got natural gas on the way. Somebody's still starving? Fuck. Lyra, I need you to live. Like, more than anyone else, you need to live. Because you're the one who's providing food to everybody. No, but really, though. You need to live. Go eat. Go eat. Please go eat. Pretty please. Okay. Yeah, I really feel it was. Yeah, for sure, Overlord Kai. I know everything falling apart probably isn't the most fun thing, but I like watching streams and totally perfect ones. You got my follow. Thank you, I appreciate that, Mr. Router5. Yeah, You're not wrong. You were not wrong. It is frustrating. I can see a way through, though, which is the main reason I'm continuing. And I am not unfamiliar with being knocked all the way down to a single dupe. Like I've played it down to where like I've had one dupe die, like my final dupe die as a new dupe popped in and pulled it back from there. So I know, like, you can have colonies that are write-offs. This is not that. This sucks. Yeah, absolutely, Redneck. Like, I'm not going to pretend that this doesn't suck. This absolutely sucks, and I am quite frustrated with the scenario, but I'm like, pull up! Pull up! And like, in fairness, this chlorine isn't, well, no, it's blocking off the oxygen. It is causing a problem. Yeah, so we're not awash, not yet. Yeah, Darkbringer, those when I boxed off a lot of the dartlets and whatnot, these little fuckers, Redneck, oh, he's loose! He's loose again! These little fuckers! I keep trying to box them off, I keep trying to contain them, and they keep escaping. And Redneck pointed out that the fact that these farters are the main cause, are more than likely the main cause of it, of my chlorine situation. On the upside, we now have some meat, so that's something. Fuck. Okay, so now we can just get, like, the merest lick of power going here. Alright. Okay. Alright, and this is going to help with our oxygen situation a tiny, tiny smidge, because it's going to bring oxygen down to the bedrooms, which are massively overpressure, but I'm going to pretend it's going to make a difference. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah. Kinda. I mean, the chlorine pressure is like 1.5 kilos, we'll say. Between 1.5 and 2, depending on location. The problem is it can't go down because I have a ton of CO2 down here that I haven't dealt with. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. In some places that's necessary. In the bedrooms, because they go in and out, that's not necessary. Like merely the opening and closing of airlocks will be enough for the oxygen to get pushed in over time. Who was talking about that? So, Mr. Rado 5, I think you are partially correct about priority creep, right? In that when you're setting tasks and objects to high priority, like if you set everything to 9, then it doesn't matter, right? Then they're all the same. However, that's where this should kick in. So, for example, for Lyra, the fact that there are buildings with a priority of 9 and that are operating shouldn't affect her doing cooking. And they don't. Right? So, while you're right that a lot of objects have priority 9, and I think within operating, I have that problem. Like, within tasks that require operating, I do have too many that are set to 9, for sure. And that's why these, like, peat burners are almost never getting fueled. Aside from, like, a general lack of peat. But I also find that ONI does a weird calculation in how priorities work because of distance. So absolutely redneck, 100% correct. That's why I'm trying to get rid of this chlorine, so the oxygen that's up here can at least spread down. Because these guys, when they're producing oxygen, it's just popping up. Oh shit, a plant died. That is not gonna help. Okay, and you're at max gas pressure, which means I need a carbon skimmer down here, kind of as an emergency. Okay, I need a carbon skimmer. The end. A carbon skimmer absolutely has to happen. Like right now. What the hell just happened there? And then that goes to polluted water. Okay. not for a while. You're absolutely correct, Overlord Kai. That will be a problem, but that's a problem. That'll be a problem in 10 cycles from now. That's future Brian's problem, not present Brian's problem. Okay, that did not go the way I wanted it to go. Let's try that again. Okay, and I believe I believe that pipe goes to my polluted water. Yes, it does. Excellent. Okay. I mean, I have so much CO2 here at such a high density that, I mean, like, I've got almost, like, it's almost at 3 kilos of density, right? In spots. So, I'm not, like, if we were to look at gas, right, those oxyferns, I mean, 10 cycles from now, maybe 20 or 30 cycles from now, it'll be a problem, right? The skimmer's not going to skim it off that much. I just need to reduce the pressure around the oxygen generation. Really, I just want to take it down, the CO2 level to about here, and then I can turn it off. I think I'm bringing in a new dupe. Mostly for stress relief. Let's give her faster skill learning. Okay, that's good. Carry more. You're fine. You're fine. That's good to know. Honestly, I've never really sat down and looked at that. So, like, there were a couple of... So, for example, I've never built a spawn, right? I'm aware of what it is, mostly because Redneck explained it to me, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. But I've never really sat down and looked at the numbers behind things that could be imbalanced that way. But it makes a lot of sense to do that. Let's not do all of those. Let's do all of those at 9. Because I just need to get one toilet set up for now. And I really, really want to set up a shower. Okay, that water pipe is not connected up yet. shit. I was really hoping. How are we doing over here? Around here, there... Yeah. Do I not have an egg cracker here? I kind of find the easiest way to check on what eggs I have is by looking at the egg cracker, but... That's a diagnostic, Brian. That's not inventory. Let's try that again. There's another fucking dirtlet! See what I mean? They just... Oh, we have a smoke slug down here. Good catch, Mr. Rado5. I appreciate the heads up. Well, let's get this lavatory sorted out. Well, I mean, who wouldn't be able to just have a pet wander around sucking up noxious gases in their environment? I mean, that seems like a win, right? That's unreachable, right? Yeah, it is. I feel like I can predict what the choice is going to be on this vote. Happy to be wrong. Huh! Hi Mimic. You must have been AFK when watching a stream because you were part of a raid from Echo Ridge Gaming. So, you're welcome. My name is Brian. I'm an Irish guy who lives in Vancouver. I didn't kidnap you, but Echo Games did. How is that moderated? Don't look at me, look at Twitch. I have no issues with that term, but, you know, white supremacists got involved everywhere and claimed that, like, redneck is a slur, right? And they probably, I don't know if you can get away with cracker, but they probably think cracker is a slur as well. It's a... Oh, there's a safe list. Where... Hey, Redneck, where do I find that safe list? Well, Mimic, it's less that there's a hate list, more that I don't know... I don't know how Twitch works. A long darkness... Oh, surprise! I I just assumed y'all would have gone with fart, to be honest. No, nothing about you guys in particular, but I'm just like, it's the internet, it's people, and fart is funny. Moderation, automod. The yeah, I'm using the default auto mod, and I don't see any customizing options. Like, smart detection is turned on, so I can set it for either no filtering or likely messages or likely and possible message. Blocking words and phrases. Blocking words and phrases. I don't have blocking words and phrases in my moderation. I don't see that anywhere. No, I understand the word permit. I know you meant that, but I don't... So, like... Yeah, I'm in settings, I'm in moderation, and I'm under auto mod. And the first category is smart detection. And then I've got headings for harassment, discrimination, sexual content, and profanity. Those are my headings. And I can set levels. Yeah, they're fine. Let's don't worry about them too much. So I can set levels. My options, like if I go into like harassment for aggression, I can choose between no filtering and maximum filtering. Those are my options. Discrimination, yeah, so I understand what you guys are saying, but under the filtering, there is no option for custom choice. There's no, I can do either no filtering, less filtering, some filtering, more filtering, or maximum filtering. Those are my options. That's it. Nothing else. I am not on mobile settings. I'm using this through a browser. I will look into it more when I'm off stream, but yeah, that's. Oh right, we're in permanent darkness right now. Right. Let's crank those two back up. I think we're doing better on the chlorine. Yeah, our oxygen has moved down. Excellent. This is what we want. Oh, I think he knows why. He's Quebecois. Sorry, redneck. I couldn't resist. Okay, let me see. Do I have anyone who's ranching right now? We have Lindsay and Lyra. Okay, so I don't need ranchers right now. Yeah, that is an excellent point. Because I was looking at this one, and I don't need another researcher, I don't need another rancher, I'm not too pushed about the tidying right now. The bottomless stomach is a negative, but yeah, the frond is a really good idea. Especially if I can box off a whole bunch of this chlorine, I can find somewhere to put it. Oh, this guy looks like he might be pumping some stuff out soon. Yeah, we're pumping out oxygen again. Okay. No, Mimic. The joke is... Okay. So, Redneck and I are both in Canada. So, you have to understand the joke that I made is a very Canada-specific joke. I said he knows he's hated, it's because he's Quebecois. And Quebecois is the adjective for people who are from Quebec. And if you ask any Quebecer how the rest of Canada feels about Quebec, they'll be like, they fucking hate us. I'm not going to get into the ins and outs of that, especially like as an outsider, someone who moved here, I've had to learn about this stuff. No, it's pretty hot. Well, it says cool, but I mean, it's like 300... Oh, 5 degrees? Oh, I thought it was way hotter than that. There's a lot of history to that, but the short version is they are wrong, and they are not wrong. That the rest of Canada sees Quebec as having a kind of chip on their shoulder, and Quebecers, Quebecois will be like, no, there are good reasons why we don't trust the rest of you. And they're not wrong. Well, Redneck and I do get along pretty well, so there is that. This really is the long dark tea time of the soul, eh? Mr. Rad, you are welcome to do so, but bearing in mind, as I'm Irish and Redneck is a Becker, we're more likely just to roll our eyes at the American making a Canadian joke. Okay, Lyra is starving because there's no permitted food around, because... Wait, do we... Because that says 14 kilocalories of sweat corn, and that says 3. Somebody's lying. Oh, we got gold rain separate from polluted water? Okay. If only that were true, Mimic. If only that were true. Canada would have so much more leverage if that were true. Okay, so Lyra, how starving are you exactly? Oh, fuck. Well, Lyra's dead. You get a tiny bit of grace period when you hit 0 calories. But it may not be enough. Oh, no, you're gonna... No, just eat the food there. Just eat the food there. See, that shit annoys me. Oh, there we go. Yeah, everyone's peeing now. Yeah, I got sweatcorn planted right here with Mimica. Yes, I do. I just don't have enough, and the chlorine fucked it up for a while. That's why I've got these pumps here. I mean, you're not wrong. Another batch of tiles. So the thing is, I'm overcorrecting in this game. In previous games, I have had too much food production. She could just put 50 calories in her mouth and then go again. But yeah, you are correct, of course. Oh, Mimic. No. No, this is like my average game. This is like my standard playthrough. Oh, no, not that. Okay, whoever is starving, go eat whatever crap you can find. Because we just lost our cook. It's okay, Mimic. I am aware of the problems, and I am aware of the solutions, and I'm attempting to deal with the solutions, but I can't deal with them instantaneously. So there is all that. So, wolf hybrid? Wolf hybrid? Interesting spelling. Depends. You need to define your terms. Do I have a solution for this where it's all going to be fixed in the next 2 or 3 cycles? No, absolutely not. Do I have a solution that's going to take 30 to 50 cycles to resolve? Yes. But a lot of dupes are going to die along the way. Exactly. So now we're gonna move to mush bar production, and what I needed to make that happen is I needed these peat guys to be up and running. Because at least then it'll power the microbe mushers. That will get us some basic food. We've also got Avagro figs, which I turned off because I needed it for the lums. But they're on the way. 100% redneck, 100%. So. Okay, and now we have some sweat corn, which I would prefer to save, but nobody can use the smoker anymore. The smoker is now out of commission. Well, that's it. I do have some skill points around. That I don't want to spend on either of you two. What's going on with you? Oh, you're a new guy in the other colony. So, I'm going to build a skill scrubber, and we're going to convert one of these two, either Lindsay or Bubbles, into a cook. Let me just take a quick look at Lindsay and Bubbles. Lindsay is good at ranching and farming, and Bubbles is good at operating research. So Lindsay really could be converted to cooking very simply, and ranching and farming overlaps with that nicely. It does, but it costs nothing to put a point into them. Yeah, you're not wrong. I also don't super care. I suppose, yeah, I don't want to scrub hard digging. Like, the thing is, like, you get hard digging back for free, but I'll have to build my way back up to it, right? You have to basically, I think, and feel free to correct me if I'm in the wrong here, chat, but I believe that I still need to get the prereqs for it, but then when I buy it, it's free. It doesn't cost a point. It doesn't cost any stress. I think. It doesn't cost a point, and it doesn't cost stress. But it's still a pain to get back. So, yeah, I'm going to scrub Lindsay. Lindsay doesn't have a free one anyway. So... Skill scrubber. Station? Station. I've done it a couple of times because I've been in this kind of situation more than once. The problem here with there's so little oxygen in here, the scrub is going to take a while to do. Oh, you're building another fucking nickel ore again. I'm almost out of nickel ore, so I don't want to build anything out of nickel ore. And nickel ore keeps being selected as the default, because it was the predominant ore when I started. For sure, Mr. Rad, for sure. I have experienced this myself directly. Okay, guys, we have enough food that you can go do other things now. Like the construction, I really, really want you to do. Okay, pee, sure. Use the toilet, I guess. If you really must. Alright, I'm gonna put a kettle on. I'll be back in just a minute. And yes, I will leave the game running. I don't always leave it running. Sometimes I put it on slow speed, but I figure the situation I'm in at this point. Oh, what are we voting for? Oh, wow. Almost unanimous surprise box. Okay, so now we need some power. Lindsay! Where are you at, Lindsay? Get in the box, Lindsay. Or cry, you know, whatever. At least I can breathe in the bedroom. That's at least some small things. Alright, surprise box. How does that work again? On max settings, an officer able to kill a dupe or could have 2,000. Yeah. So yeah, someone was asking about the dangerous thing earlier on. I can't remember whom, but yeah, I know Redneck has used the max settings. But yeah, it's like it's just your colony gets wiped. Was that the surprise box? The refined phosphorus? What if you don't bury your dupe after a while and come back as a zombie and terrorize your dupes? Then can't kill them because there was one of them. You gotta lock them in a room and cloning them to kill the bacteria. Mimic, are you familiar with zombie spores by any chance? I should turn these off. I kind of need them. Oh, these plants need irrigation. What's your temperature like? Oh, they're at a good temperature. Okay. There's a mod that revives normal dupes and bionic dupes? That's very cool. I think there's a gift box around here. Does it show up in the list? Nope. Maybe under box? Nope. I've just got too much clutter around here, so... Yeah, if it's here, I don't see it. I got a loose little... Oh, son of a bitch. Thank you, Overlord Kai. And there's one down here as well. Son of a bitch. They must have dropped eggs all over the place. I kind of don't want any of these, except his, like, Gene's strength is going to be bananas. So I can make Gene a pretty good gopher. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, you are 100% correct. There it is. Oh, wow, a whole bunch of random stuff just appeared. We got a cuddle pip egg, oak shell roe, solid hydrogen, which I'm sure is not going to remain solid for long. We got a squeaky puffed. Huh, that's a whole bunch of stuff. What is a squeaky puffed gonna do for me? They poop out bleach stone. You give me meat when you die, right? Yep. Okay, that's the end of that squeaky puffed. And we need to fix these toilets. Because I think the person I set the tidying over here died. It's okay, Hassan. I understand. It's a temporary state of affairs. Are you cold? Is that the problem? Yeah. We have a second warm coat over here. Polluted ice? What the fuck? How cold is the... -20? And we're out of dirt over here. Yeah, Lindsay's gonna take forever. We'll get there, but it'll take a while. They eat chlorine. Squeaky puffs? Okay, how much solid hydro was that? Looks like quite a popping eardrum bomb. Thank you, that explains everything. Yeah. It's not solid anymore, but yeah, that's what happened. But yeah, it's like 4 to Jesus, like 5 kilos of hydrogen per tile here. That's kind of obscene. Alright, Lindsay's almost done. That went way faster than I thought it would, actually. That should be the last break Lindsay takes, and now she should be scrubbed. Perfect. And I'm just gonna disconnect that so I don't have to think about it. Okay, Lindsay. You're now a chef. And a farmer, and a rancher. And I'll give you a little bit. Want some field research. And materials. I'm going to leave it at that. And we're going to give you a grilling hat so I remember. Lindsay. Alright, Lindsay. And she's already kind of semi-good at cooking because she's been cooking on and off before now, up till now. So. I don't know, Redneck, so I don't understand the question. So, assume whatever the basic thing was. Morbs. I could use the oxygen. Okay, I'm gonna get my coffee. I'll be back in just a sec. Okay. The basic Twitch integration mod and 1 or 2 for extra events still given a try. Curious you have them. Oh no, I've only got the basic Twitch integration. The gas overlay currently looks like this. Okay. So oxygen production is happening. That's fine. Oxyferns, as I suggested, going to be fine for quite a while still, because there's still so much CO2. We now can breathe in the kitchen. Alright, Hassan, you can chill out now and go get some food. We need a dirt for the toilets. Which one of you is Hassan? Okay, let me follow Hassan. Oh, he's walking so slow. Give me a second here. I want to set a mopping errand, and I need to wait for Hassan to eat. But yeah, that PO2 vent is pretty hot. It is pushing it out at a high temp. But also, it's pretty sporadic. Okay. Temperature overlay. So yeah, it's like 50 degrees down here. It's not too bad. Rest of it's pretty fine. The real hot area is actually over here. Down here. This is basically how I dealt with Demolier. Oh, it's actually quite tolerable now. This used to be like 70 degrees. Oh, my rancher over there died. Yeah, let's not do that with either of you. I'm gonna risk cranking you back up. And you're fine. Okay. Alright. The cascading failure appears to be paused? Let's say paused. You know what, guys? These are a much lower priority than any of your wheels around. These are a much higher priority than any of the wheels around. Oh no, why are we pumping chlorine? What the fuck happened here? Why is chlorine... How is chlorine getting into the system? How is chlorine getting into that system? There are two inputs and both are filtered for carbon. How is chlorine... Where did I cross a pipe somewhere? What the fuck? How is chlorine in this pipe? Have I connected the pipe here? Because there's no chlorine coming out here. Like, there should be no chlorine coming down this pipe. What the fuck even happened? It stops. It does not allow gas to process. Like basically basically it locks closed if a filter runs out of power. Like it certainly like it certainly would not have allowed 3 full cubes. Because like we got three full cubes in a row here. Bam! That's exactly it, Redneck. You're 100% correct. Yep, that has to be it. Oh, no. I don't want to kill it. No. Cancel attack. There we go. We're going to relocate you to in here. There we go. Okay. Because chlorine is going to fuck up these plants, right? So let's at least get them locking away the chlorine from that. I think it's also going to eat the carbon, but I don't really care about that too much. Okay, oxygen has been pushed down to here. This is great, but it means my filtration system is not really functioning anymore. For sure. It's true, Redneck is correct. If you guys vote for spawning a dupe, it'll pop in with one of your names. Just in case you care about that sort of thing. I'm waiting to see for like 53s appear in the chat now. You can also change your vote. If you voted for something else, it'll take your most recent vote to be your vote. So you can change your vote in this as well. Yeah, that's... Hey, Redneck, it's you again. Sorry I keep on wheeling. I have no control over who gets voted in, or who gets the name, I'm afraid. Let's see what Redneck's skills are. So, I know my camera's over there. So, Redneck's personal interest is doctoring. He has a face only a 2-ton printing pod could love. And his traits are Sparkle Streamer, Plant Murderer, so -3 Agriculture, Iron Gut, so he's not going to get food poisoning, Interior Decorating, so bonus creativity, but he sucks at enjoying the decor, and he is destructive when he throws temper tantrums. And he starts with 9 points in Medicine, on top of the 3 in Creativity and the -3 in Agriculture. Oh, and you spawned in the second colony as well. Interesting. Okay, so... Oh, that's weird. And let's bring in a new operating dupe here as well. I don't know, I sometimes like dupes with doctoring, especially because the apothecary is a lot more useful now with biotic dupes because of the gear bomb. So having a dupe with doctoring is quite useful. But yes, I would probably not choose a dupe whose only interest is doctoring. Operating and rocketry. Well, we're not going to worry about rocketry, but we definitely want to prioritize you on operating. So Turner, get to work. Interesting, Mr. Rad. Yeah, I can see that, because those two jobs are so rarely needed that it makes sense to have them like lumped onto a single dupe, for sure. And yeah, Redneck, I agree. Yeah, if you're playing base game, doctoring is negligibly useful. That said, I mean, I should probably put down some triage cards, because I think I have some dupes who have some injuries and they've got nowhere to heal. Let's just get that built. Did we get that toilet removed yet? We did not. Let's get that removed, because I want a shower. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I even just said it. I even just said I wanted a shower. Oh, Lindsay's on it, apparently. We're making it out of fucking nickel ore again. Yeah, rat pills are pretty great. For sure. Alright, shower time. I think you need to be an affiliate, which I am not yet. I was pretty close for 30 days. If this raid had happened a week ago, this raid would have made me an affiliate. But unfortunately, so you need like an average of 3 viewers on 4 separate days, and I was at 3 out of 4 for about a month, and unfortunately the 2 of those 3 expired like a couple days ago. So definitely happy to have the raid, and it's gonna move me +1 day towards the being an affiliate, but I'm still so far away. Okay, is there What is next on my urgent list? Yeah, it's been boosted 12 followers for sure. So hopefully that'll help. Yeah, I did too, man. I did too. What is she doing? She's recovering from cold. Okay. Oh, I don't need these. What's your problem now is temperature is 28, temperature is 30. I'm going to turn these on for a while. And then you're healing, which is fair enough. The Spacepad one he's talking about is Star Valor. I played that for a bit. I got a pre-release DLC from the dev, and then on the dev release I got a ton of followers, like a ton of viewers. And that moved me really close. And I thought that was going to get me today, but I think on that day a previous one expired exactly on that day as well, because I was at 3 out of 4 before that day, and I was at 3 out of 4 after that day, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? So I'm pretty sure a previous one. So it's been a kind of a frustrating experience, but I've been on the cusp for a while. C'est la vie. Okay. I feel like a lot of this is under control. Oxygen it may be polluted oxygen, but oxygen is much more under control. Food is still terrible, but I've got a lot fewer dupes, so that was kind of a self-correcting issue. Chlorine is still garbage, but it's more under control. Time is... That's fine. So I think what I want to do... Power has been such a pain in the ass to set up here. I'm only just starting to get these lums under control. Okay. Okay, so if I do that to there, I can set up a pipe for this guy to dump his... to vent into. Oh, we had a poop explosion. Okay. Does that give me... oh, it gives me polluted dirt. Okay. How are we going for polluted dirt over here? We have 50 ton of polluted dirt. Okay. I think some compost heaps would solve some problems. Well, you picked it, buddy. How you guys doing for food? Ah, you're getting by. You're getting by. Okay. And I think I want these done as well. How are we doing for dirt? Oh, we can make these out of clay? Let's make these out of clay. Yeah, we're doing a whole lot better. We're doing a whole lot better. That's what I was like saying to Mimic earlier on, that like they were like, ah, you should just re-roll. I'm like, are you kidding me? This is fine. Although that breathability, I never pay any attention to breathability because like it's back down to 17%, right? It just like jumps all over the place. I don't know how it calculates it, but the way it calculates it is just nonsense, frankly. Let's do not many for sweat corn, and let's do a couple more mimlets. What are you giving me here? Okay, don't care. Indeed, redneck, indeed. Sure. So here's the deal. I like buildings that have an interesting design, that look like they function differently, like that. That tweaks my interest. Different colored wallpaper. Yeah. I don't have an inner artist, redneck, I'm afraid. I write. I enjoy writing quite a bit, and I feel I'm pretty good at writing. But in terms of visual art, like the aesthetic, I'm afraid that ain't me. I'm certainly not gonna say it does nothing for me, Mr. Rad. Like, so don't misunderstand. I don't think it's bad. I'm not against it being in the game, and I don't think I'm happy that people get a kick out of them, but it does nothing for me whatsoever. Now see, writing stuff with drywall, that could be more interesting, but that sounds like a lot of work. That sounds like far more work than I'm prepared to do. Just like a quick look here. Yeah, I'm also not one of these people, like when I say writing, I mean writing. I'm not one of those people who's into lettering or fonts or making collages, right? So they do nothing for me. I wish they did stuff for me, I really do, but they just don't. I am sort of envious of people who, you know, for whom art is a big thing, because it's... The written word moves me significantly on occasion. Like I will read a book sometimes and I will have to stop and just go and just look at a sentence and be like, fucking, that was amazing. That sentence, that sentence is just perfect, or that collection of sentences is amazing. Fair enough. Yeah, I sometimes do that. I mostly use drywall in rooms that require me to have drywall. Oh, son of a bitch, he's doing Nick Lore again. That's because that one's Nick Lore, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I will put drywall in private bedrooms because private bedrooms require drywall, and but that's really it. I don't care. I just don't care. I'll give the different private rooms like different ones for sure, because I like to have them distinct. Or I might alternate them, so this is A and this is B and this is A and this is B in the color layout. But yeah, I do wish I cared, but it's... What's going on over here? How are we doing? I see we're not working on these. It's pretty high on Redneck's list, though. If we put her to a 9, that should move it along. Oh, they're on a break. Yeah, my bad. Let's see what they're like. Priority 5 when break time's over. When Steve gets off the goddamn phone. Oh, he's got to dance. The decor values do matter. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I do find them frustrating the way that they won't... Like, you can't build a door on top of them, and you can't build a wall tile on top of them. Not because I want the decor value, I just want to be able to just replace it, right, with a click. Sorry, what happened? Did I miss something? Oh, it hasn't spawned. Oh, you spawned. Yes, you spawned in the much better managed colony, kind of. In that the mass death has already happened over here. You weren't here for the mass death in this colony. Alright, another surprise box. Sweet Jiminy, what was that? Got another Cuddle Pip egg. Uranium ore, okay. We got some pepper bread, nice. We got an azure bug. It's just a different color. Neat. Pepper bread had excellent timing because we're kind of low on food over here as well. Kill the bug, it'll eat the bread. The azure bug eats bread? Huh. They specifically eat pepper bread. That's weird. Thank you for the heads up. That's bananas. That is just strange. Alright, let's get these pipes built. Because I'm sure that smog slug is pretty full to bursting. It's probably at capacity if it's not. I'm not sure what that capacity is, but I suspect 300 kilos is it. Yeah, I don't know what their capacity is. Really? I always assumed there was a maximum capacity. But they should be good now. Okay, I screwed up. Normally, I remember to put power switches on these things. And today, I forgot. Oh, I really made a mess of that one. Good to know, Mr. Rad. And yeah, for now, just snipping until we get the power switch connected. Oof, what is wrong with you? So many things. I think Camille might be in trouble. What's your calories like? Oh, your calories? No, you're fine. How are we doing up here? We could do a bit of digging. Okay, Jean might be in trouble. I think Jean will go for food once they're done with this job. Excellent. I'm gonna go. Oh man, no, I'm gonna go with the glass. I have access to a fair bit of glass. Oh wow. Oh no, Redneck changed their vote. Okay. Yeah, for a second there, I thought there were 3 votes on all 3 topics. Oh, looks like Strength Up is winning. Which I appreciate. Okay. Jean, did you not get food? Oh, you did get food. You're just hungry again. Fair enough. Sounds good. Nice. Everyone has strength. I think that's like +5 strength. Yes, it is. Very nice. For 2 cycles, which is quite decent. Alright, looks like... Yeah, we pulled all that hydrogen. Excellent. Okay. Okay, that chlorine has been reduced a lot. The CO2 is still a little high. I mean, I'm good either way. Like I said, I'm fine with whatever way you guys want to vote, vote. I mean, if it bothered me, I could either reduce the severity of the votes, right? Or I could just turn off voting entirely. So, are you stuck? You look like you're stuck. You look like a jackass. It doesn't say that you're stuck, but I'm very confident that you, a jackass, are stuck. That somebody sealed your head in. Or maybe they grew to adulthood? Maybe that's what happened. They grew to adulthood. So let's move you out of here as well. Let's relocate you to... I don't really care where, because you're not doing anything useful for this colony. If Dukes lives, finally can make the suit I pick, not the one we randomly get. Peer pressure and future possibilities on. Okay. Alright, and let's get rid of this last regular toilet. And how are we doing over here? We are out of food over here. Are we out of dirt? Kind of out of dirt. Are we working on food? We are working on food. Okay. So it's not terrible over here. Probably wouldn't hurt to have more farms, and I wanted to dig into this anyway. That is true. But I think the odds of that redneck are pretty low. I think if all the options are terrible, people are going to be like, well, I guess we have to pick something terrible, is going to be the primary view there, I suspect. Yes, exactly. Chat gonna be chat. I'm glad you recognize that in yourself. Ooh, a hydrogen vent. Not that I'm short of hydrogen here. Hold still. There we go. Okay. Yeah. We need to build these. Wait, what am I doing with the piping? Why is the piping up so... Oh, I see. What's this guy's lowest... What's our minimum temperature? 10 degrees? 10 degrees, okay. Because I was going to move them down here, but it's minus 20. I really should build a second one of these. Okay, so I keep forgetting to check why that's so low on the list. It's operating. Oh, it's operating. That's an operating job? Why is that an operating priority and not a cooking priority? No pending deliveries. Alright, we're out of heat is the problem, I think. Oh, yeah, no, these don't need to be auto-harvested. Disable auto-harvest. Disable auto-harvest. And then we're going to enable auto-harvest, but only on the left-hand side. Well, good news. I think Redneck might die just because he's moving so slow. In the business, Redneck, we call this acting out. What you're doing right now. Depends where the bees spawn. Because they could spawn in either colony, right? and some areas are quite hot. No, you're gonna die. If you do this nonsense, you're gonna die. Keep going the way you were going, not into the bad place. Thank you. I don't know. Oh, okay, yeah, my bad. I don't know why. I had it in my head that they needed a high temperature, not a low temperature. So yeah, they're dead no matter where they spawn. Okay, you are gonna go cook. Food by any chance? Nope, none of that is food. Nothing has spawned yet. Oxalate zoned? Oh, common element with 1 vote. Oh, okay. I didn't even see the thing pop up. Yeah, I don't even... Oh, there. Nice. Let's get on that. You've got sand. How are we doing over here for sand? Even more sand. Do I want a bionic? I feel like I'm kind of very metal poor, so I'm gonna skip on the bionics for now. I do like the bionics, but I think that's a recipe for disaster. Okay. That's true. That's on the other biome, right? I have a lot of uranium on this one. Yeah, there's a fair bit of lead down here. I'm not sure where you're suggesting the mesh tiles to go. Do you mean down where the oil is? Redneck? Or do you mean on this polluted water? I will... Between the oil wheel and the ladder... Oh, yeah, okay. No, that's fair. Yeah, sure, I'll stick it down now. I'm not using this. I haven't been using this in a while. But, yeah, you're absolutely right. And, I mean, doing the same thing here would have been a sensible idea, like, 200 cycles ago. Oh, Camille just earned another skill point. And Redneck earned a skill point. Oh wow, we have so much sleepweed. The dotted line, so that's from a planning tool. So I like having a central spine in my colony. And I want to use transit tubes, and whenever I get to the point where I can build transit tubes, I've never left space for transit tubes to go anywhere. So in this colony, I marked out along my central spine a reminder for me, hey Brian, transit tubes are going to go here. That's what that's for. I don't have plastic. Plastic is probably still a while away. I do have some petroleum, but ultimately that's where my transit tubes are going to go. It's just a reminder for me not to put buildings there. Like, the occasional tile is no big deal. But just nothing I want to keep should be built there. So these filters right here are a mistake because my dotted line did not go up high enough. Oh yeah, no, there's no Drecos anywhere. I mean, I haven't fully explored this biome, like this asteroid, but I think at this point the odds of there being Drecos are nil. And same with this one. Because this looks like the bottom, right? What is over here, I wonder? How do I not like 243 my dino run, but happy only for June or next week? I think you're far enough in, you can get them in the pod. Good to know. I didn't think they'd show up on the Dino Planet. Is it going to tell me what it's called? Relica. Relica Minor is the one I'm on. You know, Ashcan. Okay, we got polluted water as the spawn. I kind of feel Ashcan deserved that. Because I'm looking at it going, Ashcan, you should be cooking. You shouldn't be down here. People are starving, and you're like, I'm going to go dig. Let me fix Ashcan's priorities. Well, Redneck, that mesh tile is kind of useless now. It was a good idea at the time, but the game had other ideas. A liquid sulfur geyser. Okay. I'm not blaming you, Redneck. Okay. 165 degrees. I could probably do without that, I think. Yeah. Oh, as a choice? No, I've never seen that happen. Given the amount of morbs I have, that would be bananas. Like, assuming it affects morbs. Because, like... Can I get a list of all the morbs? No, I can't. You know, there's like 20 morbs. I said there's at least 10 in this colony alone. Never mind the other one. You're gonna mingle. Okay. I'm not saying that's the least effective thing. Well, I mean, it's my fault. I did give them downtime, right? They're allowed to have a break. Oh, so it just changes it on to one of their own variants. That's still kind of interesting. I assumed it changes them into just a completely random creature. Still interesting. Less chaotic. It's probably a good thing. Yeah, back when Slime Lung was terminal, I used to have a kill on sight reaction to morbs, which was just like, just kill them, just murder them immediately, because polluted oxygen was just so terminal. Okay. What to do? Yeah, Redneck is pretty good for keeping stum about spoilers, so we will find out about it together should it show up. You know what? I would like all of my food refrigerated, please. Let's get you guys some spicy tofu as well. Perfect timing. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. What the fuck? What the fuck? That was pure Roadrunner right there. One of these guys stood on empty air for several frames. There was nothing built there. That was pure Roadrunner. fair. Okay, I'm thinking I'm not going to need all of these. This was definitely a bit of an overreaction. Oh, can I not set the priority on that? Oh, I can't set the priority on the kill order? That is so interesting. What? That's so weird. I'm sorry, Mr. Rado 5. No, I understand, but what I mean is... No. I think you misunderstand what I'm saying, Redneck. So if I click on this dartle, attack is selected, but there's no priority list. Right? And if I go to priority and yellow alert, top priority, this guy... Oh, hang on, sorry. Attack, yellow alert, this guy, it's not yellow alerting. He's not yellow alerting. It's all good, Mr. Rat. I thought you were just button mashing when going for a vote. Priority is working on those guys just fine. A new glitter puffed. Interesting. Health infinity? They have infinite health? It's just a decor item? Dense puffed, squeaky puffed, puffed prints, puffed. What? All right. Holy sh! This has to be introduced by a mod. That is... That's kind of broken. I mean... Well, it's in the kitchen. That's gotta be a mod, right? Yeah, that's a mod. I have mixed feelings about that. Because there's no downside to this guy. And he's got a huge light radius and a huge decor radius as part of the Twitch integration. Yeah, I mean... You know, if it was only plus 50 decor and had a lifespan, I would have, my feelings would not be so mixed, but that just, it just feels too good. It does not feel balanced, right, in accordance with the rest of the game. I mean, I'm not gonna, I mean, okay, like, it's really not that big a deal, right? It really isn't, in the grand scheme of things, but I'm kind of like, feels like cheating, is where I'm coming from, feels like cheating. And obviously it's a single player game, so cheating doesn't really come into it, but you know what I mean, right? It just feels off. Okay. Hang on, sorry. My chat. To be honest, having the bedroom spawn and no relocate is quite a downside. Like accident if I can move home later on. I'm sure it's overpowered a bit. Yeah, I mean, in fairness, like 500 decor is a big boost, but also it's of limited effect. So, I'm going to leave it. I will live with the discomfort because I mean, who's it affecting, right? It's affecting so few people for a very small amount of time in a very limited area. It's fine. It's fine. If I built some windows here, it would have a bigger effect, but you know what? It's fine. I may look into the Twitch mod to see if there's a way I can remove it from future rolls so I don't get it again. But I'm not gonna look for a way to delete it, I don't think. That was my initial thought, was like, I might look into dev mode. Yeah, for sure. Where is the CO2 at this point? Oh, CO2 is down quite a bit. Okay, so now we can turn off this. The carbon skimmer. The carbon skimmer has done its job admirably. And that took 40 cycles to become my problem. Yeah, I'll look into that, Redneck. I'll look into that. I definitely don't want a second one of those appearing. One is enough. Are you cold? Yeah, you're cold. Oh, and you're on. Uh, okay. Well, in any case, I think I'm going to wrap up here for this evening. I'm going to raid somebody with you guys, if you don't object. Uh, I see a couple of people here who are also small streamers. I'm kind of thinking more oxygen not included. There's a couple of people here who have only a couple of viewers as well. Q is on. I don't know what that means. What do you mean by Q is on? Oh, is Q another person? Q E Q U E D S H I N. Let me get rid of. How do I? Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Because that spelling. I think you're misspelling them, Redneck, because they're not showing up. Oh, there's no U, that's why. Gotcha. Yep, I got him. Alright, we're going to bounce over there. No worries. Let's go. I figure let's play this forward, or pay this forward, so to speak. And that seems like everybody.
Really, hold on, let's see. Brillianticious. Did I say that right there? Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid there. And Redneck, thank you for the hydrate. Something I can really use here. Yes, so were you playing Oxygen Not Included? Brylinicus. Okay, thank you for the correction there. Yeah, and thank you for the raid. It's playing Oni. Awesome. Did have another Oni player here. Right now I am, I've got some metal volcanoes right here, and I'm trying to set up some space here trying to tame them here. And, yeah, that's kind of the plan tonight. Got rated earlier, felt like you should pay it forward. I understand there. Yeah, that's, yeah, that's cool. And so, yeah, thank you for paying it forward. I very much appreciate that. Actually, you know what, hi, Keep On Wheeling. How are you doing here? I think I might have been a part of that raid. Were you raided by Echo Ridge Gaming? Because I was lurking in his channel earlier. And Wheeling, thank you for the follow there. Okay, so that was you. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, again, I was lurking in his channel, and I guess, yeah, by extension, I was lurking in your channel for a little while there too. So yeah, welcome over here. Thank you for the raid. And so I think what was it they were saying? I think what I'm seeing that you had there was like some sort of what was it? Some sort of like event setup that viewers could vote on for like this is the kind of events that you could be experiencing in your playthrough. Is that what I was seeing there? Redneck, of course, yeah. Redneck, yeah. Thank you for the for the suggestion. Of course, yeah. Redneck hangs out around here a lot, and I think I've seen him a lot of other Oni streams as well. So yeah, he obviously loves the game here. Can we actually reach? Ooh, no, maybe not that. We can do this, I think. What's the worst that could happen? Which integration mod running? Awesome, cool. Yeah, at some point I'll have to come around and watch a little closer here. Sorry, I'm a little intensely focused on my dig here, even though I really shouldn't be. But yes, what I should do here, should at least give you a follow back here, of course. If I know how to work Twitch, there we go. Oh, you out like this. Apologies, Redneck. But yes, please, yeah, have fun on your vacation there. Yeah, please, yeah. If you want to take more time off, disconnect from the world. Yeah, do more of that. That's I highly encourage that. All right, so yeah, as I was talking about earlier, I've been working on the radioactive planetoid here. I've got 4 metal volcanoes in close proximity right here. 1 more over here. I'm trying to clear out space to tame them here. That's one thing that I'm doing over here, and that's like what I'm doing, all this digging over here. Yeah, that's good. And then there's some other things I'm doing, like over here on Greece now. I'm trying to set up a little cooling loop for rub fruits over here. And then on Halcino, on my main planet, I'm trying to set up wild farms over here. Quad Tamer. I think I'm going to be aiming for trying to tame all 4 of these in one single spot right here. So I don't know how well it'll work, but we'll see how it goes here. We'll snooze ads one more time here, because, enjoy talking to the guys here. But yeah, at some point here, I'm going to need to stand up here and take a quick break here. But yeah, like, because these are so close together right here, yeah, it just feels like, normally I'd be taming these one at a time here, but, like, especially with these 2 right here so close to each other, it would be 2 separate boxes really, really close to each other. I don't think that would work well. And kind of the same thing with these 2 over here. Like, this one's a copper volcano. I didn't need to... we can't really see it right now, but it's a copper. And we got a gold volcano right here, and then aluminum way over here. So I think, like, these 2 are still also close enough to these 2 that it's just like... Maybe we can just put them all in one single box and see how that goes. And because of that, I'm a little resentful that this one is so far away from everything else, but, we'll see what we can do with that. But yeah, part of what I'm trying to do here... Oh, we just finished this here. There was a lot of water that I was pumping out.